coffee, I'm getting stoned. And if you join me, I won't be alone. I'm drinking coffee, I'm getting high. Coffee with Wes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. I hope you are having a good one. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Wes. I am Wes. This is a lazy Saturday morning. I'm up early because I'm supposed to see a guy about a bag. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. Others may not. Others may be going, I don't know what he's talking about. Either way, you'll figure it out. That's the way it is. Everybody this morning, oh, lovely, lovely people out here in the chat already. Gemma, good morning, Gemma. Judas, peace and love, my friend. Peace and love. Jaden, good to see you. Is everybody, thank you for that comment on the intro there, Gemma. The outro is actually better. I like the outro to this show better. I need to do something with the intro. Put some music behind that counter, maybe do something like that. I don't know. I've got plans. We all have plans. We all have grandiose plans and things along those lines. Let me turn on the banner here so everybody can see. If you are a content creator and you want to drop your link for other content creators to get connected to you, you can type in hashtag awesome into the chat, and Nightbot will drop that link. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I had another night of crazy dreams. I tell you, these dreams, they're not bad. They're not bad, but they're out there. They're way out there. I'm not sure. It could be because of last night. I did a coffee with Wes last night that was 2.5 hours long because I hadn't done one all day, and it was like, well, it's Friday night. Let me do what I'll call a Friday night edition, which basically just meant I played some music some and got really high too. So it was a good time. But then afterwards, Allie and I got together, and she made me watch, and I agreed to it. It's funnier if I say she made me, so I'm gonna do that. She made me watch Batman and Robin from 1997, the George Clooney Batman, the worst Batman of all the Batman that there have been, and that was just, we watched that together and kind of made our commentary along with it and everything. I wish we had recorded it. I wish we had turned on to record it because it had some really funny moments in it and everything between us. But that's what we did, and I don't know that bad movie didn't percolate into my dreams a little bit, didn't do something along those lines. I'm not sure. Everybody, please make sure you are clicking on that like or that dislike. I am good with either. I crave engagement. And I'm craving weed this morning. I hope everybody else is feeling good on a Saturday. Gemma, how are things across the pond? You're in the future. Gemma is future. She's over there. Batman is awesome. But George Clooney as Batman was not awesome. George Clooney, it was the Batman and Robin with Chris O'Donnell as Robin. There's really bad one-liners in it, really bad. It had Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, which I found entertaining. It had Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy. And then there was this Bay. I'd seen the movie, probably seen it more than once. But it was so bad that I had blocked out the majority of everything that was in the movie. So it was like watching a whole new movie to me. The only scene that in my head I kind of still remembered was when they drove the vehicles down the body of a statue. And I thought, this is beyond every conceivable belief. I can't buy into this at all. I'm done. And so my brain said no. No, I didn't, Jaden. You had a live stream last night? I was watching a movie. I saw you on I Love Weed Live. I saw you hanging out on there, but I didn't know you had one. Whoa. Let me kill that spider that just came down from the sky. Oh, I love winter. When the spiders just come down off of the ceiling at you and things along those lines. No, it was a fun night. It was a fun night. I had a good time with Allie. I hope she's feeling good today. I hope she got some sleep. Mo, Big Mo, peace and love. I hope you had an enjoyable birthday, my friend. I hope it was a good time. I hope it was full of friendship, music, and weed. Friendship, music, and weed. That sounds like the thing. That's what I'm gonna do right now. Is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm nauseous too. I've got a wave of nausea just going over me right now. It's like, what could this be? I just started this show. I'm not even 10 minutes into it. Oh, why do I feel like I'm going to vomit? We'll see. We'll see how the day goes. I'm waiting on a text or a call. You know, if your mouth salivates a lot, when you get nauseous, that tells you you're going to puke. That's one of those signs. That's one of those signs. And so as the spit starts to collect in my mouth, and I think this is not good. I'm staying on though. I'm staying on. If I throw up, I'm doing it live on this show. We are going for the ratings this morning, everybody. Let me hit this. Marshawn, peace and love. You're live. You're live, Marshawn. You're live right now. Drop your link. Hashtag awesome. Hashtag awesome. So everybody can anybody if anybody's got something going on, got a live, got anything like that going on, please feel free to drop the link. Did I not kill that spider? There he is. Can you see him? Can you see him? If anybody's got anything going on right now, you wanna promote, feel free to. Coffee with Wes is just talk about what you got going on, talk about what's happening on your channel. Let people know to come on out. Oh man, hey, everybody needs to just hop around and have a good time this morning. That's what YouTube is for all of us. I mean, I have purpose. I have purpose when it comes to tutorials, when it comes to Adobe stuff. Uh, I have I have used when I've had to work on water heaters, when I've had to do different things along those lines. YouTube videos are there, but a lot of the time it's just I got to get a buzz. Let me find out if there's somebody hanging out so I can hang out and get a buzz with them. Mr. Smith, peace and love. Good morning, my friend. Good morning. I hope you were doing well. Thank you for dropping that. That's a link to Marshawn's live. Everybody get over there and click on that like and say hello to Marshawn over there. Make this a good morning. Justine, good morning. Good morning, Justine. Mm-mm-mm. We're going to have a good weekend. We're going to have a good weekend. I am committed to having a good weekend. Pinned to the top of the chat, you'll see there's a link to tonight's Puff Rally. We're going to have an open panel. We're going to have an open panel where we have a Puff Rally where we burn one for the Bills. I believe there's a graphic. I believe there's a graphic for that. Where we're going to burn one for the Bills tonight. We're going to bring victory once again. Once again. 3 weeks in a row we've done it. Will it be four? We go against the Kansas City Chiefs tomorrow. And so, will we be able to pull off another victory tomorrow just by witchcraft? It's witchcraft, everybody. I have powers. I'm not sure how they work. I haven't figured them out yet. But I know if I burn and I say, hey, the Bills are going to win, the Bills are going to win. And it's a burning of a plant. It's totally a ritual, right? So it falls under the category of what I would say witchcraft is. We're all just waking up, Justine. Well, some people have been up. Mr. Smith was probably up all night, and then he went to bed, and so he's probably just getting up. Gemma's a little more responsible. Gemma would have gotten some sleep. They're 5 or 6 hours ahead of me, so they ought to be up by now. But, Mr. Smith might be running like the same schedule I am or something like that. I see him. I see him, and it's late, and it's like, no, you're not sleeping right. I know what you're doing. I'm doing that. That's my life, too. I know that's rough. I know that's a rough life. I watched zero of last night's, and I've seen no highlights. I don't even need to. I don't even need to. Of the battle between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, which apparently went to decision for Jake Paul. All right, that must have been an exciting, nothing happening fight. Uh, uh, Mike Tyson's 58, right? 58. Jake Paul's like 30 years younger than him. So that fight seemed fair, seemed completely fair. But it's pretty sad. The best meme I saw today. The best meme I saw today was of it had Jake Paul on one side, and it said Jake Paul has just now challenged Jimmy Carter, 100 years old, ex-president Jimmy Carter, to a fight. Gonna see how that works out. It's just sad. It's just sad. We're fighting. What is there? No more boxing that's actually worth watching to where they have to put on these. I haven't watched it in forever. Klitschko, I think, was the name of the Russian that was the champ or something when I was watching. Way on back. Uh, this and I just gave up. It was Showtime fights. I think Showtime fights. They had fights and they were pretty good. I was enjoying the boxing there and tried to get into it, but something got in the way in life, and I just stopped. 30 million. You gotta. It's well, electricity's going up. You need money. You need. Mike's got a. Doesn't he have a weed company? I tell you, for the amount of drugs that guy does, I'm really impressed. I'm impressed with being his age, and he's tried to turn it around. Yeah, rough childhood, rough all those years. Guy made mistakes. Guy did some time. Hopefully, his public persona now is the actual one where he's just, I'm taking shrooms, and he takes shitloads of shrooms and smokes weed all day, and that kind of takes the edge off of Mike. So he's friendly Mike now. He's not. Oh, what was it they called him? Rapey Mike. He's not rapey Mike now. He's friendly Mike. That's what it takes. Hands full of shrooms and weed all day long, and rapey Mike becomes friendly Mike. There's that fine line between friendly and rapey. You gotta watch that line. Wasn't bringing in enough, I guess. Isn't that sad? You got a drug company and it's not making enough. You're doing things wrong if that's the case. But no, it just like every other sport, it's nothing more. Everything is now entertainment. Oh, it's so when you look at they were all captivated and distracted by the football games going on. It's 1984. It's all I don't know. It's all just entertainment. It's all here to for us to consume and keep us busy, keep us placated, so we don't go. Wait a minute, because you don't need the populace going. Wait a minute. Elon Musk has how much money and people are homeless? Wait a minute. You don't need that. You don't need that. There are no Teddy Roosevelts today. There are no monopoly busters out there. Nobody gives a shit in rocking the boat when it comes to finances, corporations are people now. Don't you all know it? Citizens United. Don't you all know it? They have rights. Ricky, good morning, Ricky. Peace and love. I hope you were doing well this morning, Ricky. Netflix crashed before that. I had people on my timeline. I saw people bitching about that with Netflix. I figure I'd just see it today. I'll see whatever is going on. I'll watch it today. Watch it today. I'm going to work on some graphics for tonight's. Once again, it's pinned to the top of the chat. Tonight's Burn One for the Bills that we're going to be doing at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's an open panel. People can come up and participate in the witchcraft, which is smoking weed and sending vibes to the Bills. They're going up against the Kansas City Chiefs tomorrow. I think that's the team with that Travis Kelce, right? We made a lot of fun of him last year on Lapstick. Have I let this fucking thing go out? I have. I am lame, everybody. I'm sorry. Sorry for being so lame. It's early morning on it. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a text from my dude so I can go ahead and take care of getting more of the green and Continue being the Wes that everybody loves. That everybody goes, this Wes, he's okay. I mean, he's a little obnoxious. He talks a lot, but overall, this Wes is okay. I'm not climbing bell towers. I'm not doing anything, and and that's a good thing. Everybody needs to find whatever it is that keeps them from climbing a bell tower. Oh man, just borderline bell tower climbing. It's not good for your health. It's not. The blood pressure goes. That's why I laugh. That's why I find ways to laugh for my heart, for my well-being, my sanity, all those other things. Mm 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 mm. New strain of seed from another good breeder buddy of mine. Jesus juice. Jesus juice. That sounds interesting. The only strains, the Space Lord, we'll wait to see. But Wonder Woman out of Nirvana Seed Company in Amsterdam, Northern Aurora, and it was Northern Aurora, Northern Lights, I think was one, and the other was Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, I can't remember what it was across from. I think it off of White Widow and something else, and the other, but they were fantastic strains. They were really really good. Went a couple of years growing those. Grew a mom, had a mom out in the room, had two 4x4 tents, had a cloning station that I had created out of just crap from Family Dollar, and so I'd have be 29 clones. I'd see how many I could get to live out of 29 clones. There were times I had 100% rate. There were times I'd lose 4 or 5, but the tents would only hold 25 of these 1 gallon pots. The 4x4 tent. I think it was 5 rows of 5 going across there, and so it was more of one of those sea of green. I'd let them grow. I'd put them in there, keep them in veg, but only for a couple of weeks, and then I'd throw them all into flower and let all these little things grow to where I'd have 25 of them that were producing between a quarter and a half. So I'd end up with a good amount. Keith and Chief, good morning. Peace and love. Peace and love. Everybody, if you noticed, Gemma just typed in hashtag awesome. That dropped Gemma's link. Nightbot dropped the link. If you're not connected to Gemma, please connect to Gemma. Beautiful poet from across the pond, spreading autism awareness, and an Elvis fan like myself. Beautiful person. Get over there and get connected. And if you are a content creator that wants other people to be able to connect to you, type in the hashtag awesome into the chat, and Nightbot will drop your link. White Widow Super Skunk. That makes sense. That was some of the best. I made, off of the trim off of that, I made brownies for the first time. I'd never made butter before. And so I'd cut the trim in every bit of anything that had any trikes on it, all the edges of these families, everything. I put it all onto the pan, decarboxed that stuff in the oven to get it all good and toasty, and then just got the pot of boiling water out and boiled that water all day long with some butter, well, simmered with all that in there. Made these brownies. Gave one to my brother. To this day, that was the strongest. It's the only my brother thought he may die was off of these, and I've told him, and I tell everybody, you can take some really 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 strong edibles, and as long as your brain is convinced, as long as you truly, it's kind of almost a test of whether you love weed or not, if you truly are a believer, because when you reach that point where, oh my God, I'm losing control, and you get scared, the true believers stick it out. They know, oh, this is marijuana. It can't kill me. This won't kill me. This is marijuana. I could ride this out. And you just ride it out and you're fine. That's the way that goes. Andy is coming back to the channel in February or March. Gemma is talking about Andy, who is a is an Elvis performer, Elvis impersonator. They call them different things in different parts of the world, but that's what he does. He puts on Elvis tribute shows, and had an interview. There's been parts to the interview and everything, and he's going to be returning to the channel in the spring. It's a lot of fun. I'm an Elvis fan, so I get a kick out of it. I play a bunch of Elvis music. I just try to have fun, but it's the way it is. The edibles in Amsterdam did nothing to you? Oh man, I have never gone to that 30,000 milligram point there, Keith, but several thousand, several thousand to where it's like, well, this and and just been hanging on. Those of you that have been following us for a while, last year when we were doing our Watch Us programs, where we were watching past episodes of Lapstick. The cast would get together on Sundays just for something to do during the down season, and we would watch past episodes. I would take and these gummies. There was someone who had gone to the hospital after taking these gummies, and my guy contacted me and said, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Did everything work out all right? And are those gummies strong?" And I said, "Oh fuck yeah, these gummies are like deadly. They're awesome." And he had somebody that went to the hospital because they were so afraid, I guess. And I I know it's not going to kill me. I know I have smoked myself straight. And so during that lapstick program, I'd have 10 or 11 of these things, and I don't know that these weren't 100 milligram, but I would just be flying and just barely able to hang on, and it was almost a surreal thing where I'm watching because I literally am watching myself here on a screen, so I'm watching myself just tweaking out, losing it. It was really a good time, really a good time, but. I haven't had any gummies like that in a while. I have had good weed. That's it. I'll be making some more. 500 is good. 500 usually will keep me feeling good. I'll be I'm up there, and it'll last a while. Uh, I was going through stress last year at that time, and the gummies, a lot of the shows before we do a show, I'd have to pick up the bass. It's when I realized either doing push-ups, going for a walk, doing something to get the heart racing, to get the heart rate up and get some other. 'Cause I had a lot of negativities going on at the end of the year last year. A lot of negativities, lot of stress, and so I'd take all these gummies, I'd smoke all this other stuff, couldn't feel it. THC can't turn a bad mood around. It can't change things. It can just enhance how you're feeling. So you've got to give yourself at least a kernel, if you will, of positivity to allow that buzz to flourish. And as long as you've got something in there, well, I had nothing last year. I was just suppressing all the bad that was going on. But I'd go outside and I'd walk that driveway. The driveway's several hundred feet. It's a long driveway. So I'd walk that driveway a couple times, get that heart rate going. That would clear out. It'd clear out all of the other chemicals in there, and the THC would just kick in. And maybe I'd been smoking all morning, never feeling it. Go for a walk, and by the time I got my heart rate up, oh I am really high. That's how it was with the gummies. Before a show, I would pick up the bass and I'd play 2 or 3 songs on the bass. And next thing you know, I am out. I am just way out there. Walking does it. Walking does it. Although a little bit of full disclosure here on a Saturday morning. Man, my hip. I don't know what My hip is burning me. Movement is causing issues today. I walked yesterday, and I don't know what I did, but today is the hip not feeling good day, and I hate that. Uh, the weight being down, I haven't had the issue with the sciatica in years, and everything with hydration solved most of that for me, but Man, this hip yesterday, walked, got a good, got about 2 miles in, just feeling good and everything. But then that left hip is just aggravated and swollen. And so I have had moments of pain where as I get up and do different things along those lines. But that's what happens. That's what happens. Life goes on. Those sort of things. Mm. So tonight we're doing the Puff Rally at 7 p.m. It's going to be, Justine, if you and Kurt are around, please, love having you. Unless you got some other, because there's a lot of channels doing stuff. I know Pendar, you may be wanting to go over and sing over at Pendar's. I know Peg and Pen, is that what they call it? Pendar and Mrs. High end up having a live, an open mic. I think that's around 6 or 7 on Saturday. So that would be a place. That, oh man, I know that feeling. I know that feeling. It's like sleeping. You wake up. What did I do? How did I sleep on something wrong? What have I done now? Oh, nobody appreciates youth. Nobody appreciates. That's what I figured. We'll be going, and if there are some people up, I may let it run longer than 9. I want to end it before Gary's, but I'd like to send at 9 p.m. tonight. I want to send everybody over to I Love Weed Live because they start at 9 for their Saturday session and everything. And that gives us about an hour before heading over to Gary's to do everything over there. Man, I moved. I went to lift my left leg out of the covers and up, and just the burn that happened and the pain in the left hip, and it's like, mother, why? And so yeah, I can identify with that. The hip was just, it was too much this morning, way too much this morning. You coming up on? Yes. Get up there at camp. Get up there at camp. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Camp G May, everybody. The drink. The link is being dropped by Nightbot out there to Camp G May every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific. There is a 5-hour open mic that happens over there. There are fantastic people that show up there. It is always a busy and exciting chat, and the show's got great musicians that come up. Just fantastic musicians. If you're looking for something to do on a Saturday night, if you're looking for some entertainment and some people to hang with, Camp G May is definitely the place to be. Mm, I'm feeling good. 9:30 has rolled around. We passed by 9:30. I know there are some people going live now. I know there's some other things happening. Please get out there and say hi to people. Be social. Be social. If you're on YouTube like I am, because you're looking to add some sort of social element to life where you're not having to be out, it's a great opportunity. But keep yourself clear of all the drama. Keep yourself clear of the pick and choose. Pick and choose where you go. Make sure there's some positivity where you go. It's so easy because there's so much negative content out there. I'm really surprised. I hadn't made any conscious changes to my viewing habits. Haven't gone out in any direction. I've stayed clear of political posts. Yet within the last week, there is a serious right shift to what's coming up on my screen. It it's interesting to watch. Scotty, peace and love. Good morning. Good morning. Why can't you go live with me? What messages are you getting? What's happening when it goes to do it? It would have to, just like StreamYard, you would have had to have told your browser yes to use the mic and to use the camera for that site. There should be, if it's Chrome that you're using, maybe take a look in the settings for the camera and for the authorization and see what the settings are for the console.evmux. It's evmux.com. So there should be actual, over in the Chrome settings, under security, I think it is, under camera and microphone, there should be allow or block. I wonder if it's blocked. Popcorn, peace and love, Popcorn. Hope you are having a good one. Pole vault just went live. Pole vault just went live. Everybody needs to get over, and everybody needs to see pole vault and say hi to pole vault. Steve-O, peace and love, Steve-O. Good to see you this morning. For those just getting in here, I want to mention again tonight. Tonight, we are going to have at 7 p.m., I'm doing an open panel for people that want to come up and burn one for the Bills. We are going to bring victory using witchcraft, using positive vibes being sent by yours truly. As long as everybody on the panel has positive vibes, I will channel them to the Buffalo Bills, and we're going to claim victory for the 4th week in a row. We're going to take down the Kansas City Chiefs. And people are saying, no, that can't be done. They're saying, no, that can't be done. You know, I don't think they believe in the weed. I don't think they have the faith that you need in the weed to say, yes, I can move mountains with weed. Yes, just sheer attitude and buzz can accomplish the greatest of things. So many people that doubt the weed. That's why there's been all the propaganda against it. It was like, oh, people can do anything with weed. Weed has magical properties. We better make this illegal. We've been spending everybody used it for good. And then all of a sudden, technology, industry, cities, hey, we can't have weed. Let's block this stuff. And we've been fighting that ever since. This is, that was a rough hit. Gotta mute. Oh, that was real rough. But no, that's tonight. It's pinned to the top of the chat. The link to that, to the Puff Rally, that begins at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. There's also other things going on, but if anybody wants to swing by and say hi, I need to get pole vaults. Hang on a second while I do this. I just want to make sure and show that support here. So I am going over to pole vaults live real quick. He's got Saturday junk. I see he's working something here. I'm gonna click on this. I'm gonna share this out. Share. This is how you do it, folks. You share. Check out the Saturday junk on pole vault. And it's dead pole vault. But there we go. Share out your friends. Help. Everybody's a content creator. Get, cough to get off. I can do it without the cough. I can. The coughs are okay, but sometimes it's just so rough. I can't put that positive spin on it, because that's what it is. I'm coughing my brains out. Well, you got to do that. It's a good thing. It's putting a positive spin, and there's only so much positive spin I can actually handle. You spelled it wrong, Popcorn. Spelled it wrong. You got a A-W-E. You hit the W twice. It's fine. Popcorn's dropping his link. Anybody who's a content creator that wants to drop their link, type in hashtag awesome into the oh man, I have coughed up some. Type in hashtag awesome into the chat. AWESOME. You can't spell awesome without Wes. That's the catchphrase we're going with. And that will get your link dropped so you can get connected to other content creators. Show everybody support. If you do go to connect to somebody, If you just go over to somebody's channel and you hit subscribe, that's probably going to go away. That's probably going to go away. If you aren't watching their stuff, if you haven't been watching some of their stuff, YouTube will take it away. So you need to at least watch something. You got to watch something and click a like. They've got to say, okay, they've engaged with something here. The ideal way, and if you ever head over to Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. They were in here last night. Kevin from Tuber Chat. They spin the wheel. Everybody, oh, who's next? I may start doing one of those wheel shows again. And highlight a channel. Say everybody go out there and connect to this channel. What really happens is everybody sees each other in the chat and says, "Hey, I'm getting connected to you," and they, "Oh, okay, I'll do the same." And so they go and do their thing. You go watch a video for 3 minutes or more, and click on that like, leave a comment. If you click like, leave a comment on the video, and subscribe, not only does the person who you're trying to create this relationship with, this other content creator, not only do they know, okay, they were out here, they watched this, but the algorithm says, oh, this must be real. They bothered to interact with this video in multiple ways. It's not going to take that subscription away. So many times you'll subscribe and then you come back. It's like, I was subscribed here. Why'd they unsubscribe me? The algorithm says no. And you can't blame the algorithm. The algorithm is trying to gauge accurately, okay, how much real movement and time are they generating for ad revenue to be able to put people in front of stuff. And so is this connection real and all that? Because people get paid on that. So they're watching their ass. It's like the copyright thing. I never get upset with the algorithm. I never get upset with anything, and it's always, well, we need to figure out a way to get around it, because musicians, all the musicians that are in the community, all these people, that's how people get paid. That's how they make money. Is either touring, you got the rights to the songs and everything. So I never. I see other content creators, but they're usually not musicians, getting angry because they can't play it on their live or something along those lines. Some weed streams and different things, and it's like, well, it's not YouTube's fault. It's musicians wanting to get paid. You can't play a record on a radio without having the rights to do it, or you got to pay for those royalties because you're using it as a part of your content at that point. It's all just business. It's all just business. So, and it's the business of entertainment. I don't knock it. I try not to have any down feelings about it. I'm always good. I'm probably leaving all the. I'll wait on these music vibes that I'm doing. I'll probably end up waiting 2 or 3 weeks on each one before I bother to trim out the sections that are going to cause monetization issues in the future, because I'm not to that point yet anyway. So I'll trim those out, but I'll wait 2 or 3 weeks. That way, if anybody who was on one of them wants to go through and record there, oh, I wanted to get my performance off of there, they have time to go do that and everything. And if you're looking to find a way to record stuff off of YouTube clips and stuff, OBS is a good one for screen recording, for different things like that. OBS can be used to record the sound and record the audio, so you can play it on your. That's how I grab a bunch of stuff. I'll sit here and I have a thing set up, which is just my recorder. There you're looking at EV Mux. I've changed it over, but OBS will record just that. That screen and everything. And if I've got a YouTube video playing full screen there, that's how I'm able to do it. There was a live that I had done, but it may have been, watch me work. It may have been a year, 2 years ago, using OBS. OBS is free software. It's what I use to produce the green screens, the backgrounds, the different stuff, and then I set its output as a virtual camera. And then when I come over to EVMux or StreamYard, I select OBS virtual camera as the camera. And that way it puts up whatever is here. If I'm using a work mode kind of thing where I'm going to be looking at one screen and I want my camera here, I'm using OBS to flip between all these. If I want to use some sort of be right back, I have a nice butt. Look at that. I have a nice butt. I like to give myself little compliments every now and then. It makes me feel special. Makes me feel special. But OBS would be one of the first steps to put on the computer to be able to set up to do screen recording and stuff like that of different clips from others. Unless you wanted to pay for, I think, YouTube Premium, which allows for downloading of videos. I don't know if it allows for downloading of other people's, though. It could, and that way, I don't know if it gives you the ability, though, to edit, or if that's in some special format. I got no idea. I got no idea on that, but I use the free route of using OBS, set up a screen capture, and I could, if you wanted to do that, I could help you out. We could do it during a live where I'm walking you through the steps. The first step would be, though, to install OBS. It's open broadcasting system. There's tons of tutorials everywhere on installing. It does everything under the sun, but as long as you just understand what it is you need, you only need to know a couple of things and to get it all set up. I use it. Allie uses it. I know Mr. Smith and Val both use it. They've got that stuff going on. So OBS, there's a lot of us out here in the community that'd be able to answer some questions for you if you had them. But that's what I use to copy clips of other people's videos. When I'm on Camp Gmail and I end up, I want to get my performance of a song off of Camp Gmail, I actually go a little bit before it on this monitor. I'll be over in OBS. I'll set up start recording, and I'll go ahead then and full screen the video and hit play. It does all the recording and everything, and then when it's done, I stop recording. Then I open up that recording in Premiere, and I'll cut the beginning and cut the end off that I need, and then I've got it. I can show you that. And depending upon what you use for your video editing, DaVinci Resolve is a very powerful one that has a free version that you could download and use to cut together and piece together larger videos and anything along those lines. So if you need any help with that, just reach out. Just send me an email. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a Golden Grahams Day. I'm going to relight this because I want to keep the day going, keep the energy going. I want to keep this going for at least 15 more minutes because I like getting at least an hour. And again, I am promoting tonight's open panel show that we're going to do where we are going to burn one for the Bills. It's going to be our Puff Rally to burn one for the Bills using witchcraft to bring victory to the Buffalo Bills. I don't know. I'm doing what I can. I'm killing time before my guy. I got up early. I got a good night's sleep. I had some absolutely the dreams. Oh man, a lot of. Well, I'm not gonna go. They were too much. They were too much. The dreams were too much. But they were fun. They were fun dreams. But they were really intense and out there. Here we go. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. I hope you were starting your day off right. Now, for those of you that are cannabis connoisseurs, at I Love Weed Live. At I Love Weed Live is the channel that every 9 p.m. in the 7 nights a week, there is a sesh over there where people can join and other things along those lines during the rip and dips. But it's a great community over there, Troy and Bagel. But probably in, I would say an hour and 15 minutes or so, they're more than likely going to be having at either 11 or 11:30 this morning a Saturday morning sesh. They'll do a morning sesh on the weekends unless unless something has gone on where Troy has to work or something like that. But they'll have Saturday and Sunday morning sessions at 11:30. It's if you are into that type of thing, into a cannabis community where everybody's just, hey, let's get high and relax. Hey, let's get high. No, no drama, no causing problems, laughs and buzzes. That's what everybody over there is all about. Just like here, I don't want the drama. I just want the positive energy and weed and coffee and music. Positive energy, weed, coffee, music, puppets, animation. Dick jokes. A really immature bathroom humor. I like. I'm really into all of that. And cool imagery and art and anything alley related. You all know that though, right? I think I make that pretty clear. Anything alley related, amazing, just amazing. Oh, I hope everybody is feeling it. I hope everybody is feeling it. Fart jokes, fart jokes. The jokes span such a level of depravity. Uh, Steve the Alien. I have that Steve the Alien character, which is who I was when I fell for Allie. She showed up as Azura, the a Queen Spider alien, and it was the funniest thing I'd ever worked with. And I just at that moment that was all. It was like, oh, she's perfect. But that alien character I have has done just the most horrendous things to both man and beast. Just both dead and alive. Just really horrible things, and speaking candidly about it. Very depraved. Speaks poorly about the human race. Uh, and he's an alien, so he gets a pass. He can do all that sort of stuff. But missing animals in the neighborhood, things along those lines. He he was the most fun. I started doing that character, and it was just like, oh, I've got to do some of this comedy like this. And I'd known Will Dick from the Art of Floundering podcast for a bit, and knew what he was doing, so we got together. And then Gampro and Camp Gme entered into the mix. I didn't know Gary had Charlie, and then Allie showed up, and then boom, next thing I know, I've fallen in love. That's how that happens. But it was all good. Michael Songs, I see Michael Songs out there. Peace and love, Michael Songs. That concert you were playing last night. Uh, got to listen to some. Got to listen before I went, but I got that shared out. I love it. I love it when you are on location and doing a live. That is always fantastic whenever you are on location doing a live. I, I just have love for her. I can't, Rabbit. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know I am so much. And the appeal, I get it. I look at myself in the mirror. I understand the appeal. I know I'm a nice guy and all, but no, I only have eyes for Allie. I have to just, she's perfection for me. I have to stick with this. It looked like it was a fun night. It looked like it was a fun night, Michael. Michael Songs, fantastic musician, actual working musician, gets on out there, and does live gigs, showing up live gigs, not just one of us. I'm gonna call myself a poser, sitting in my house not going. It's because the places around here, though, I do not fit in. I am in a very, 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 very conservative part of the country, and to each their own. I don't share a lot of the. I have nothing in common with. There's like maybe six people in the entire county I can tolerate, but maybe seven. I don't know. I'll give them some credit, but I have played in bands here. I have played out, and it just bandmates. Now, Michael's out there doing it. A lot of what I see is him playing by himself, which I totally get. And another one of the decent people that's here locally, Jonathan New, he does a one-man band thing a lot of times. He'll sit there with a looper and he's always standing when he's playing. Really great gig musician, but he also sits in as either guitar or bass with various bands and has gone on tour and all that. So somehow he's been able to make it as a working musician. It's not that easy to do. You got to have passion. You got to have drive. You got to love it. You got to be doing it because you love it, and not just because you think you gotta be huge. Because there's a ton of people, but you're bringing entertainment to people. I love anytime I can make anybody laugh. If I know I've made someone laugh, I can ride that high for a while. Just I can be so friggin' happy off of making someone laugh. It's it's the best. Gives me that, okay, I have purpose. Because otherwise, what's my purpose? Otherwise, what is my friggin' purpose? Was it to write and innovate school food service? No. No, I didn't give a shit about any of that. I don't. The only thing I enjoy is making people laugh. Even with the music, if I'm playing music, I am doing it hoping you are laughing. I play music to make people feel comfortable with me, to where then I can make a joke when I'm done with the song. I make a joke beforehand, and it's to fit in, to get that flow going with the music, but well, and profess the love. Yes, now it does have meaning. I profess the love with the music, but otherwise, I just want to make people laugh. That's really my thing. I love cartoons. Love I you know I was a I was just so amazed with Mel Blanc. He did all the voices for all the Looney Tunes. He was Bugs. He was Elmer. He was Daffy. He was every Pete Puma. He was all of these different voices for Looney Tunes forever. And as a little kid, I remember watching, I think it was a 60 Minutes or something, where they were talking to him. And I'm amazed. He does all these voices. That was so neat. And one of my early memories is I don't remember the trip to Disney at all. As a child, I was real young, maybe 4 or 5. Don't remember the trip, but I remember on the plane there was an artist. I ended up having to sit in the same row with this guy who was an artist at Disney, and he's drawing the characters and it's, oh, this is so neat. I was really into cartoons. Oh, he was so talented. He was so talented. And I love the characterization, all those different. Those were the ones that, 3 or 4, Pete Puma, da-dum, 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 dum. Just trying to imitate those different voices. That's what I always did. Maria, peace and love, peace and love. Thank you for that. That's what I always go for, is just the laugh. There are times I have to admit, being the funny guy, it doesn't work out. It's the way my brain works now, because I just have fed into it so much. The first thought out of my brain in response to anything is always, what would be a deranged thing to say in response? What would be the comeback, the whatever it is? I can't help but think of the joke. A lot of times I'll say them. And there are times that Allie and I will be hanging out, and I'll say the joke that comes to mind, and I'm getting better about it. I realize, in order to have a healthy relationship, I'm going to have to edit. I'm going to have to edit what my responses are. And so, because I have made statements, and she'll look at me and it's like, that's a joke. You know I'm joking, right? I was just going for the laugh. Are you? And it's like, oh no, I've set something off. So what I'll do now is, she'll see me laugh as she's talking, and it's like, well, this would be the sick response or the joke response. I have to explain the joke to then make the joke. Because Because I got problems. I clearly have problems. And everybody does. You point to the non-problem person. You know what? You know what their future has in it? Death. So, I'm not, it's all the same. It all ends the same. So, yeah, I've got some problems with keeping things together, with comedy and other things like that. But I'm getting better. I'm doing better. I'm reading the room better. I'm at least taking the time to read the room. There's been a time where there is no, you're watching Looney Tunes right now. There is no, there is no filter. There is no. I'm just saying whatever for a reaction, and I do have to admit that someone hating what I'm saying is actually almost equally as satisfying. If I'm making a joke, my jokes are so bad sometimes and so offensive that you either really bust out laughing or you're just, that's horrible. I can't believe anybody would say that. I actually like both reactions. The worst reaction is blah. The worst reaction is when there's no reaction. So if you hate my stuff, okay, because it's I used to say, when the only band that I was in when I was young, I would get up and welcome to the show. We're FB. Remember, this is art. It doesn't have to be good. That was how I would open the show. Remember, this is art. It doesn't have to be good. And then we would go into some horrible, we called ourselves pseudo-punk. The name of the band was FB. This is way back. It stood for fucking backwards before Facebook. And we were pseudo-punk. They were all just there for the joke. And I sang them all in a terrible mock British accent. It's times like these when you're down on your knees that you really make me feel like a man. They were terrible. It was really bad. Rebel Rocker, that I play to this day, was written at the age of, I think, 16. That's how bad that is. But gotta love it. Gotta love it. Everybody stick around for at least a few seconds, because I want you to see this. I want you to see this. And I want you to, the link at the top is our Puff Rally tonight. It's an open panel. You don't have to smoke if you don't want to. Getting up there. As long as you got positive vibes and want to come in and say hi. I want everybody to feel welcome. But it's an open panel at our Puff Rally at 7 p.m. where we're going to burn one for the Bills. We're going to burn one for the Bills. But why didn't that come out? There it is. Burn one for the Bills. I hate it when things don't work right. But before then, I want everybody to enjoy this. I want everybody to enjoy this little moment, because I'm kind of proud of this little outro. And I want everybody to have themselves a fantastic day and a Merry, Merry Christmas.
It's over now, it's over now. The Coffee with Wes stream is over now. It's over now, it's over now. Go and find something else to do.
Thank you for watching Coffee with Wes. Be sure to click that like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to make sure you're here when Wes goes live.
It's over now, it's over now. Coffee with Wes stream is over now. It's over now, it's over now. Go and find something else to do. Go and find something else to do. Just go and find something else to do.
It's over. Go home.